Hi, today we'll be learning how to make this beautiful painting using acrylics. I've taken an A6 size acrylic paper and I have put masking tape all around it, and I'm going to do a very rough sketch of this entire drawing, and then we'll go ahead with painting it. I'm going to start off with painting the sky. So here I've got like a couple of lines or strokes of white and some strokes of red. So I've used a little bit of water because my acrylics are pretty thick. Some of them are heavy body, which is why I need a little bit of water. But sometimes you will notice that your acrylics are pretty creamy, like a paste, and they don't really need water, so you don't need to necessarily add water anytime. It's on need basis, so you'll slowly figure it out. So I'm mixing a little bit of orange, red and white, and you notice that when white goes over red, it creates a very beautiful pink. So I'm going to create a similar structure for the water as well, and there's a small canal that I've created over there which goes in. So I'm using a round brush as well. In case you are not comfortable with a round brush, please go ahead and use a flat brush. Use anything that is easy for you to work with. You'll notice how easy it is to do this with acrylics. The same thing with watercolors would make your colors blend into each other. Here also in acrylics you might face that issue. So you have to be really careful at the point where two different families of colors are going to meet, like where the red or the pink and the blue is going to meet. You'll notice that I've added a little bit of white, and I use a very fresh brush to make sure that the colors don't mix with each other badly, and there's a very smooth blend that happens. I love how smooth the sky is and how smooth the water is at the base. I'm now going to mix a little bit of yellow for creating the small island on the left side and also on the right side. So this is a very interesting way to work with acrylics. You'll notice how less we had to draw, and it's only a lot of coloring that we have to do. So you can experiment the same style with different kind of colors. So in the sky, like I've used now orange and red, you could try the same thing with like a green and blue sky, and even in the water you can do something similar. So now we're going to use some yellows and we'll create the island on the side. Layering in acrylics is very easy, it's a lot of fun, and you can see how I'm able to create like this tiny structures, like it's like a tiny island which is there in the middle of the canal, and it's very easy to create because my base has dried out. So if you need to ever create anything on top of acrylics, make sure that your base has completely dried. If your base has not dried, then the colors will mix with each other and will form a third color. So ensure that you check it always. This way, even if you make any mistakes, wait for the base layer to dry and then just repaint over the top. like how the painting is looking so far. Just the effect of that tiny canal or the water which is like going narrower towards the corner makes the entire thing look so beautiful. It's now time to add the boat. Once I add the blue patch of the base, I'm going to add now a darker blue on the top that will give some life to this boat. So it will start looking like there is nice depth inside the boat. Now time to add more highlights like how I'm doing over here now to show some of the waves, tiny waves like that. I'm going to now add some details for the trees at the back, and we'll be done with our painting. Whenever you're adding darker layers on top, just remember that don't add so much of it that the lower layers are completely hidden. So what happens in that case is you're not able to see a lot of depth. So here you can see that the trees at the back, they look like it's at a very large distance. So it looks really nice that way. So if you do not create it this way, if you leave a lot of these darker patches and have very less of the lighter layers that we created earlier, it will not seem like there's a lot of distance. So the layering will go waste. So try to be a little careful about that. So I've added like a nice highlight on the boat as well, and I think that makes it look really nice. So if you've done a similar mistake like me where you've made it too thick, you can just use the same blue again right next to it, and you can salvage the problem. So that's the best part about acrylics, which I think is a big advantage, and I take advantage of it all the time. I'm done with the painting, and it's now time to remove the masking tape and look at how this painting looks. I hope you enjoyed watching this process with me today, and I hope it also inspires you to create the same painting. Do replicate the same painting and tag me on Instagram so I can see how it looks. Thank you.